Winter is here and I can't believe it, honestly. But you know what that means? It's time for our winter cozy gaming list. I have made a couple of these recommendation lists before, and all of those recommendations still stand to this day, so make sure to check those out if you're interested. These are the games I feel are perfect to play around this time of the year, whether it's snowing outside or you're just cozy in your PJs after some family time. What better time to spend playing some cozy games? Without further ado, let's get started. The first game I want to talk about on my list is one that I played recently, and I literally sat down and 100%ed it in one sitting. I could not stop playing it. The game is called Ela. This is especially a good game if you're not quite ready to let go of fall just yet, because in this game you follow the story of a young apprentice witch who is trying to find her cat in a mysterious island. At the same time, you are able to connect with your mother who is no longer with you. This game is not only aesthetically stunning, but also thematically. First of all, I would do absolutely anything, and I do mean anything, to find my cat in any circumstance. So I was so invested in this game because I was like, my cat is lost and I need to find her, okay? This is actually a puzzle adventure game, and the main mechanic is a flying broom that is also a glider and also a snowboard. This is one of those games in which the flying mechanics are actually good. I sometimes struggle with games with flying mechanics like this, but this one was just such a delight to play. You're making your way in platforming through this abandoned island and discovering the story that people have left behind. You are constantly discovering different notes and different snippets. I really appreciated the way that this game was written because there were so many parts of it that were so unexpectedly poetic that it actually made me quite teary at some parts because I was like, wow, this is really beautiful. It's perfect for this time of the year because it causes you to kind of reflect. You are also collecting coins and you're able to customize your outfit, which I really appreciate in this game. All of the puzzles feel very engaging and fun, not really difficult that it would be frustrating. I think all of that makes it just a perfect game to play around this time of the year. The next game I want to talk about on my list is one that I found while I was researching for this video and was actually quite surprised that I've never heard about this game before. The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit. This is actually considered a spin-off to the Life is Strange games. It looks so beautiful and I cannot wait to give it a try. If you've ever played any of the Life is Strange story, you know how heartfelt and beautiful those games are and how good they are at exploring just human nature and relationships. This one in particular I feel is perfect for this time of the year. You play as Chris, who is a creative and imaginative 9-year-old boy. Chris likes to escape into fantastical adventures as his alter ego, the awesome Captain Spirit. It is set in this beautiful winter home. I really think this game is perfect to play around this time of the year because you're following the story of a child and the way that a child can kind of blur the lines between reality and imagination through gameplay. I've heard it is just such a wholesome, beautiful game. At least for me, winter is the time of the year where I get to not only just connect with myself in general, reflect on the year and reflect on what I want the next year to look like. This is a time of the year where you're spending time with family who you maybe haven't seen in a long time. So I feel like childhood is a prevailing thought around this time of the year. Captain Spirit, I would say, is a really beautiful way to maybe connect with that and be able to remember what it was like being a kid, honestly. Yeah, I cannot wait to give it a try. Now, it wouldn't be a 2025 cozy game recommendation if I didn't mention Winter Burrow. We've been waiting for this game for a really long time and it finally came out, so of course I have to talk about it. This is actually a cozy survival game, which I'm really interested to see. When it comes to cozy games, I think sometimes we can get a little bit nervous to venture out into different gameplays, and I really love when I see developers incorporate different styles of games into the cozy genre, as I feel this game is doing. It is trying to balance that survival mode With the cozy factor, you play as a little mouse who is trying to survive the winter. Not only are you learning about this mouse's story as you play along through the game, which is very, very sweet and a little bit sad, honestly, but you're also able to collect different items to survive. You can craft, cook. As you play through the game, you get better at surviving longer out in the wild and discovering what's out there. You have the cutest little cottage in a tree, which is just an absolute vibe. It reminds me of these old-timey pictures where you just see like a little bunny or a mouse like inside of a tree, and it looks like the coziest vibe. I feel like I'm always trying to channel that vibe in particular in my life in general, but it's really nice to have a game that has that vibe as well. You can make different styles of furniture to make your house as cozy and functional as possible. I'm really looking forward to playing this game. I know that a lot of us have been looking forward to it. I've seen people play through the demo and it looks so cute. I cannot wait to give it a try. If you've already played it, let me know in the comments how you're liking it. Is it too survivally? Is it too stressful? Let me know. Next on my list, I actually want to mention a co-op game because I feel like the holidays is prime time to get together with family and friends and play games together. I really want to talk about Split Fiction. This is a game that came out this year and I recently played it with my best friend, and why haven't we been talking about this game more? Nobody warned me about how good this game was going to be, so I'm here to tell you. If you're looking for a co-op game to play with a loved one, Split Fiction. You have to play Split Fiction. It is way, way better than It Takes Two. And It Takes Two is a pretty good game, so the standards are pretty high. This is a futuristic game in which you play as two writers who, because of their individual situation, have decided to sign up for this strange experiment in which you enter a machine that takes away your ideas. This was supposed to be an individual experience, but something goes wrong and you find yourselves in the same one. My god, it is even hard to find the words to describe this game because there is so much to it. This game is all about ideas, so there are so many different environments and aesthetics and stories that you're following within the main story of the game, which is how these two completely different people come together to ultimately escape the machine. I feel like this game is truly a love letter to creators. This game touches upon how important it is to own your own ideas and also how much of yourself you put into the ideas that you come up with and how that makes the ideas feel more real and more beautiful and more human. It's really beautiful to see these two characters who are practically complete opposites come together and realize that they're more similar than they thought they would be, and kind of how they help each other bring the best parts of each other out. Even though they introduce different environments and different mechanics here and there, it is so easy to grasp. Really, it deserves so much praise. It is also completely voice acted, which I really appreciate. If you haven't played it and you're looking for a co-op game to play this time of the year, Split Fiction has to be hands down one of my favorite co-op games that I've played this year. The next game on my list is actually a phone game. I thought it would be fun to include a phone game on the list because I feel like sometimes during the end of the year, you're like in a lot of different situations. It can be a little bit busy, and sometimes it's nice to just have a little phone game that you can play to unwind, maybe after a big meal with your family or friends. It's nice to like sit on the couch and play a little phone game. So I thought I would recommend Alto's Adventure. This is quite a straightforward game, but I think it's perfect for this time of the year because it is a platformer that is set in this beautiful snowy mountains. So it really brings forth that cozy, cold winter energy. You are pretty much sliding down the mountain and trying to make your way through the levels. First of all, this game is so beautiful. I really appreciate when a phone game doesn't skimp on the design. I think those games really stand out for me, and it reminds me of the games that we used to play back in the day when we could only play phone games on like iPads or something. I feel like now phone games are very overstimulating. This one actually looks quite calming and beautiful. But yeah, a pretty straightforward game. I'm definitely gonna have it on my phone to escape to whenever the conversation with family gets a little too much. Next, I actually want to move on to games that aren't necessarily themed wintry, but I think have a really good vibe for the end of the year, especially if you've been having a really busy end of the year. You just want to turn your brain off and just play a game that feels good. First, I really wanted to mention Little Corners. This game is trying to replicate the craft that we've seen get very popular this year, the sticker craft, in which you have a 3D space and you have to put the stickers on the space to create a whole scene. I love that this game exists because I do have actually the actual like real life craft that you can get. But a lot of the time when I finish those, I don't really know what to do with them. Like they're really fun to do, but then like, what do you do with them? Let me know. I love that this game exists because you're able to get that same satisfying feeling without having the physical thing that you don't know what to do with after. So it feels a lot less wasteful, which I really appreciate. And it still has that really satisfying brain off hobby activity vibe. You're basically just grabbing the stickers, putting them on the 3D space, and creating the scene. It's so cozy, it's so nice. If you haven't tried it, I would really recommend it. The next game I have to talk about is Powerwash 2. I love Powerwash. I've talked about it so many times on my channel. It is my ultimate comfort game whenever I just want to turn my brain off and really just rest. This is the game that I go for. I really recommend it, especially during the winter, because I think it's really important around this time of the year to recharge and self-care. A lot of people get seasonal affective disorders, so it's nice to have something planned that is like just self-care for you. This is basically the same as the first one, but it is new and improved. There are a lot more things to do in this game other than just power washing. As the name suggests, in this game you're just power washing to your heart's content. You run a power wash company and you are being hired to clean spaces with your power wash. What I like about Powerwash 2 is that there's just a lot more to it, really. You actually have a life outside of the power washing that you do. You have a home base that you get to design to your heart's content, which is really fun. You also have a lot of cats and you can actually pet the cats, which I mean, do I need to say more? There's also a lot more tools in this game, which I find really fun and fresh. This is also one of my favorite games to play with friends. If you just want to play a little game and yap, I really recommend it. And last on my brain off part of the list is Twinkleby. I wanted to recommend this game because for some reason I remember when I was a little kid, then spending Christmas Day or the rest of the holidays just playing with my toys, with my little doll houses and stuff. It was so fun, and I feel like this game kind of reflects that, so I wanted to include it on this list. Twinkleby is a cozy decoration game where you map out an archipelago of floating islands and build dioramas for a society of spacefaring neighbors. You expand your collections, discover antique secrets, decorate, and when you change your mind, evict everyone and throw their furniture into space. Truly, this game is really fun and really low stakes. So if you are the kind of person who just loves decorating in video games, this is the game for you. You're basically trying to focus on decorating these spaces and bringing new people into them. Each of them have different things that they're into, different hobbies, different interests, and you just want to make sure that wherever you place them in your diorama, the space reflects their interest. The aesthetic of this game is really cute. All of the little items that you get to place are extremely cute and detailed. I also really love that the characters that you place into the rooms are actually able to interact with the items that you put in the room. I find that so cute. This is definitely one of those games that you can just hyperfixate on. And those are all the games. However, you know it, I do have a special mention. I didn't put this game on my main list because it hasn't come out yet, but I wanted to put it on your radar. The game is called Light Up the Town. This game is actually coming out on November 28th, so keep an eye out for that. This is a cozy, casual holiday game for all ages. You play as Bean, which, I mean, 10 out of 10 name choice. Bean is a precocious young ferret. The whole point of the game is to explore the town of Bellflower, Colorado as you hang up festive string lights around to spread holiday cheer. And truly the only limit is your imagination. I feel like this is just a fun, cozy game to play around this time of the year. I'll be honest, one of my favorite movie scenes of all time is that scene in The Grinch where you see that lady with the light machine just like, I don't know, shooting lights into the house. I've always been like, I want to do that. How do I get something to do that with? I feel like this game is a close second to that. If you have been wanting to get into the holiday spirit, I feel like this game will definitely do that for you, and there is a free demo out if you want to try it out. And those are all the games that I have for you today. Let me know in the comments what games you're getting into this winter. I would really love to know. Most importantly, I hope you have a wonderful winter season. Please make sure you're taking care of yourself. Remember to like this video and subscribe. I'm trying to see if I can make it to 10K before the end of the year, but I don't know if it's gonna happen. So that would help me so much to achieve that goal this year. But most importantly, remember to take care of yourself, have some rest, have some water, and I will see you in the next video.